Well, today I want to talk to you about how dumb I am, and sometimes I wish I was a little bit dumbererer. Okay, a little bit of a story first before we get going. Many years ago, a wise man pointed out somebody to me. Let's call him Dumb Dave, because we want to protect the names of the innocent. His name was Dave and he was dumb, but there you go. So he said, "See Dumb Dave over there?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You know how dumb Dave is?" "Yeah, hence the name, Dumb Dave." He said, "Well, Dave is actually of average intelligence." I said, "Yes." And the wise man said to me, "That means half the world is as dumb or dumbererer than Dumb Dave over there." That gets you thinking, doesn't it? Now, let's fast forward to today. And let's look at the martial arts world, the self-defense world, and the world in general. It's full of, my art's better than yours, my style's better than yours, our version of self-defense is better than your version of self-defense, my style of karate is better than your style of karate, or my taekwondo is better than your karate, or my BJJ is better than everything, blah blah blah, all that kind of rubbish. Goes on and on and on everywhere. It reminds me of Dumb Dave and how we can all get drawn into it. Then there's another thing. When you're training, if you are Dumb Dave, sometimes you don't even realise that you are dumb, which is great, but also quite often you don't realise that what you're learning ain't right, which can be great, because if you're training for fun and enjoyment and you're getting tons of fun and enjoyment out of it and you don't realise that it's not working, don't matter, does it? Now, what's happened over the years, of course, is that many, if not all, traditional martial arts have gone on and on and on about how their system works and this, that and the other, and if it's not working for you, you've got to train harder, you've got to stay longer, you've got to get to second dan, third dan, fourth dan. Once you get there, you'll get the secrets, it'll all work for you. They're treating everybody like Dumb Dave. They're treating you like a moron. And you're accepting it. Well, if I train a little bit harder, maybe I'll get it. Once I get my second dan, I'll find out the secrets. Once I get my third dan, I'll understand what that kata means, and so on and so forth, and it keeps going on, and the myth gets perpetuated again and again and again. And then you got arts like karate and karate, boxing and judo and things like that, where you actually have to fight. We have to get in there and prove it. And that's what it's all about. You see, there's many things when it comes to coaching. You show people how to do stuff and how it works and all that sort of stuff. That's part of it. But part of it is also, it has to work for them. So when we show you something, we're quite happy to say, go and test it. Make sure it works. Don't take my word for it. I could be lying to you. I'm not, but I could be. So go and test it. Make sure it works for you. Whatever we show you, test it. Test it and test it again. If it doesn't work for you, either you're doing something wrong, or what we're showing you hasn't been done right, or something's wrong, and we'll find out together what it is. But everything we show you has been tested and tested and tested and tested. Now, here's another thing. If you're like me and a bit of a Dumb Dave, sometimes you've got no idea how much you don't know. Great place to be. Because if you don't know how much you don't know, you're very happy doing what you're doing. And then somebody comes along and says, have a look at this, have a look at that. all of a sudden you go, oh no, there's a whole load of stuff I don't know, and I'm beginning to realise how much I don't know. And then, as you progress, you realise, oh, there's so much more I don't know, and it goes on and on and on and on until you realise there's a whole mountain of stuff you don't know. Which is why sometimes you've got to think to yourself, I wish I was a bit dumbererer, because then I wouldn't be bothered about the fact I don't know so much. I hope that makes sense. Now, our martial arts, the parallels between our martial arts and self-defence world with dumbererer and super dumb and dumb Dave and things like that, you're seeing it all the time out here. Case in point for you, people going, I'll just make it dead simple. You've got two parties, red and blue, Tory, Labour, whatever you want to call them, Republican, Democrat, not matter. Let's just call it red and blue. They go, red's no good. Red's no good, let's vote blue. So blue goes in. And then blue promises all this stuff, nothing really happens, nothing really changes that much. They promise everything, then they blame it on red, say, well, red was in before and it's their fault, so we're just sorting out their mess. Give us one more term and we'll sort that out. And then they have another term and it doesn't quite get sorted out. They go, well, it was such a difficult mess to sort out. It's not our fault, it's still red's fault. But you get that fed up with blue, you go, right, blue's messed it up now, you've had your chance, we'll get red back in. So red come back in, you go, well, we'll sort out blue's problems, don't worry about that. They get in and they go, phew, blue didn't half mess it up while they were in, you know, it was the worst period ever. We got all the figures and stats and everything, we'll prove it all, it was terrible. And then it's going to take us a long time to sort out. We might not get it sorted out this term, we need another term to sort it out. And then you go, oh, all right, and yeah, you have another go, and another go, and they still don't do it. Nothing really happens. And they go, blue messed it up that bad, we can't really sort it out. We've tried, I mean, we've done everything, we've spent more money than anybody else has. And then you go, oh, fed up with red, let's vote blue back in. And so it goes on. And it's ridiculous. And you're seeing it now with all these stuff, with all these riots and protests, whatever you want to call it. Everyone, oh, this one matters, that one doesn't matter, and blah, blah, blah. It's doing that to everybody. Don't be a dumb Dave, all right? Use this. It's absolutely obvious what's going on. If you can't see it, that's your fault. But anyway, back to wishing you was a bit dumber. With your training, once you understand how much there is out there, how much to learn, sometimes people go, I don't want to learn that. I'm going to go back and be a big fish in a little pond and carry on doing what I have been doing because I haven't got to think anymore. I haven't got to worry about what I don't know. I can pretend that I do know what I'm doing. And if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. Not the way I am. I like to be, you know, always looking to improve. But sometimes I do wish I was a little bit dumber.